Hi guys, this is your daily tarot reading for Saturday, the 23rd of February 2019. Thank you for joining me. I'm using the beautiful Shadowscapes tarot for today's reading. Let's have a look at what the cards want you to be aware of. And these readings are for all signs of the zodiac. They're for everyone who watches. And I'm just tuning into the cards and asking, what is Saturday the 23rd all about? And how can we make the most of the day? And how can we use the energy to our advantage? So, the Devil, the Hanged Man, and the Queen of Pentacles. So we've got some big themes here. Two major arcana cards. The major arcana cards, they represent fundamental life themes, like getting stuck and being overly focused on the physical, or having the completely wrong perspective and not getting it, or the Empress, being a mother, really just fundamental human experiences. And then the minor arcana cards and the court cards are more temporary influences. So first of all, we have the Devil, and let's look at what the Devil looks like here. Even the Devil is beautiful in this. Yes, so we've got this monster fairy who is really playing with people's hearts and who enjoys inflicting pain. We've got a woman trapped and bound in this almost, yikes. And these are almost elementals that have been calcified and turned to stone. Like when Medusa looks at someone, they turn to stone. And this person is trapped inside here, and there's a lock, and the Devil is keeping that person locked away and has taken her heart and is playing with it. Now, the Devil is a pretty nasty card in the sense that it means you will be stuck, you feel trapped, you feel completely bound to a situation and like you have no way out. But the problem with the Devil, or the opportunity with the Devil really, is to realize that there is always a way out. And the Devil is a card that indicates that you're focusing too much on the physical details. You're focusing on the situation that is. So if you own a huge blue chip company and it's going bankrupt and you're going down with it, you look at that and you feel like there's no way out. I'm going to have to face the music and I'm going down. What you can look at is the spiritual side of things and realize that in terms of your heart and the love you have for yourself and for other people, it can never really, in truth, be taken away from you. It can be taken away from you through physical circumstances. So if the company goes bust, they decide that you were skimming funds, they lock you up for 5 years, then there's a barrier between you and the people you love because you're now in prison. So yes, on a physical, circumstantial level, there's a block between you and the people you care about. And that's not nothing. I mean, that is a struggle. That is something that you really have to experience and go through. And it might not be much of a comfort to say, well, in spiritual truth, you're never really apart. And if you connect spiritually, you will always realize that you're part of the human family and that you're never separated. Great. If you're having a good day and you're able to meditate and you can be in that headspace, then fabulous. But you're also going to have days where you're like, I am stuck and I'm alone. I'm scared half to death. And the Devil is dancing on my grave here and just taking pleasure in my misfortune. So there may be something here today where you feel stuck and you need to break free. You need to just find your way out. And that indicates desperation and fear. And it also indicates a lack of consideration for other people because you just want to be free. You can't take this anymore. You just want to escape no matter what the cost. Then we have the Hanged Man. And the Hanged Man is a criminal who has been hanged for a crime that he's committed. When the Hanged Man is in reverse, it's usually an indicator of seeing the truth, becoming enlightened, and creating stability in your life because you realize that certain actions don't work and certain actions have a negative effect on them, so you need to avoid them. We've got the Ankh of infinite life here. We've got the elementals, the fairies, kind of kissing and nurturing him. And they're not judging him because he's made a mistake. There's light around his feet, there's lights around his head. So, yes, he's being punished for a crime he's committed, but his legs are just flung over this branch. He's going to be released at some point, and I think what is happening here is that he's being educated and he's being told by this fairy, listen, this is not the way we do things. We don't just go chopping down trees in this holy forest, and you have been caught, and we don't do that anymore. So look at this forest differently, see it as a holy forest, and we'll let you go, and you'll be free then, and you'll have an appreciation for this land that we occupy. You can live forever, you can be free, but you need to be educated. So the Hanged Man is a card that says you need to be taught a lesson. So the Devil card and the Hanged Man together are pretty potent. So you're stuck in a situation because of your actions. And you'll see what got you into that position of being stuck. Maybe it was your excessive focus on physical beauty. Let's say you're a guy and you're single and you go to a bar and you see someone and you see a woman and she is just so beautiful that it takes your breath away and it almost hurts that this woman is so beautiful. You can't understand just her beauty. You just can't get over how physically perfect she is. So you talk to this woman. She seems kind of nasty and bitter when you speak to her, but you ignore that and you say she is so beautiful that I'm going to get into a relationship with this woman because I have never experienced this kind of beauty in my life and I want to own it for myself. That then will keep you trapped. She turns out to be a sociopath and she isolates you from your whole family. And today you'll realize that you've made a mistake and that you're now in a situation that you need to free yourself from. And when you free yourself from that, you'll have learned the lesson not to be so superficial and you'll be enlightened. But today is more about realizing that you've made a mistake, that something that you've done has kept you stuck. So a lot of us are stuck because we feel sorry for ourselves. A lot of us stay stuck because we're unwilling to change. As simple as that. A lot of us are stuck because we don't want to put in the legwork so that we can achieve the things that we want. And a lot of us are in denial about what's going on in our lives, and we blame other people and external forces for our heartbreak, when really in truth, we've had a part to play in that situation and we've got ourselves imprisoned. So today is realization time of unpleasant truths. You have made some sort of a mistake which has kept you stuck. Also financially, for instance, You haven't seen the value of who you are. So you've taken a job which is minimum wage, which is a lot of hours, and you're totally stuck in that job because you're just living from paycheck to paycheck and you can't survive if you exit the job. You have to keep going, and you realize you're in this mess because you underestimated your own skills. Finally, the Queen of Pentacles comes in, and the Queen of Pentacles is a court card. And the Queen of Pentacles, she rules the earth. She rules money, she rules beauty, she rules physical health, she rules your day-to-day routine. She rules work, money, your environment, and everything that is earthy. She has gone through this process herself. She has been the Page of Pentacles. She's done a job that was beneath her. She got stuck. She found a way out of that. She's been the Knight of Pentacles, where she's totally procrastinated and missed taking action, so other people were harmed, and she had huge guilt to deal with. She's also made bad investments and lost a lot of her money. She has worked her way through that, and she's risen from the ashes, and she's become the Queen of Cups. I don't know what she's holding there. She's holding this holy leaf, and she is naturally part of the forest. I mean, she's part of this tree, and she has this light here, the sun and the moon. Her identity and her fears have become intertwined, and she's mastered her fears, and her identity has grown out of difficult situations. So the day is about you seeing a situation in your life that is keeping you trapped and that you got yourself into, and the Queen of Pentacles is your escape. Because the Queen of Pentacles is going to hand you let's say this leaf is a magical bomb. She hands you this leaf, okay? And you take that leaf, you say, "Thank you, Queen of Pentacles." You place the leaf right there, and it blows up these corals almost of calcified fairies. And you blow it up, and you find your escape route, and you run off, and you run away from the devil, and you have another chance. So your experience is able to get you out of the situation that you're in, because you've been there and done this before. Don't forget that. This may seem like it's absolutely awful, the situation that you're in, and you don't know how to get out of it. But you first of all, you got yourself into the situation. Second of all, you're experienced. You have power to get yourself out of that. Plus, you can call on forces that will support and help you. You can call the elementals, your guardian angels, your guides, your ancestors, and you can end a situation which does not serve you and which harms you. You can make it crumble, and you can become the Queen of Pentacles, or at least thank her and say, "Thank you, I'm on my way again. I've learned my lesson from this. I'm going to act differently in future so that I don't get trapped again. And thank you, experience. Thank you, practicality. Thank you for thinking in such a concrete way and reminding me of my experience so that I can get out of this negative situation and I can move forward so that I'm free, I'm joyous, I'm free to love, I'm in line with the spiritual laws of the universe so that I don't suffer, and I'm moving forward to bigger and better things." So it's self-analysis, realizing that it's a situation that does not serve you. You have the power to dissolve the situation, and you have the ability to move on. So there's 3 steps today. 15 and 12 is 27, and 1 is 28. 2 and 8 is 10. 10 reduces to 1 in numerology, and 1 is about being in charge, being the leader, being the director, the pioneer, being the one in charge. You have to recognize this by yourself. No one's going to be able to show you this. No one's holding up a mirror to you today. You recognize, wow, I've really made a mess of my life. And instead of just saying, oh, well, I've made a mess of my life, I'm just going to give up and I'm just going to accept the mess that it is. And I'm just going to weep and feel sorry for myself. No, the Queen steps in and says, you have the knowledge and experience to get out of this. So please take the initiative, free and liberate yourself so that you can thrive and that you can move on to do bigger and better things, and that you can squish the devil and say, who's had the last laugh now? I've exited and you haven't even noticed, and I'm going to put a boot down on your ugly little horrible goat-like squishy fairy head. And yeah, that's just being vindictive. But the true lesson is that, yeah, don't be vindictive, learn from your mistakes and liberate yourself. So it's up to you. No one's going to do it for you. You have to do the work, unfortunately. So it's a great day to learn about yourself. It's a great day to learn about your flaws. And it's a great day to be the phoenix that rises from the ashes, and to be wiser, to be more fulfilled, to be completely aware of what's going on. And it's taking that extra step towards enlightenment that we all need to take so that we can make the most of this life and really get to where we want to go, which is to actualize ourselves and to reach our maximum potential. And we can't do that unless we look at our mistakes that we make, because we all make mistakes and we're all unhealed. And the point of that isn't to just give up, it's to keep going despite our pain and despite our guilt. We all have it and we all need to continue on. So I hope you have a fabulous day, that you're able to rise to these challenges. If you would like a personal reading with me, please get in touch via my website. It's gregoryscott.com. Click on the readings tab to order your reading. If you like my videos, please share them online and hit the subscribe button. And I'll speak to you tomorrow.